Because of the following CBS News special report, the program normally seen at this time will not be presented today.
More Vietnam news. When is this war gonna end?
We can't reach those big guns, and they just keep dropping in. There's nothing you can do. It's like being a big bullseye on top of a hill, and you're just sitting there waiting. You can't be safe. You can be lucky. That's it.
You can't be safe. You can be lucky.
That's it.
This war. We're losing all our boys. They can't pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now. They can't pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now. Yeah, I could use a rich dad to get me out of this, to take me to a place less chaotic than this. Cause during all the clashing, our planes are crashing, and facing Vietmen, their guns be a-flashing. And all the pandemonium and all the madness, the president sent our boys into the blackness. We had to fight a fight we never fought before, this crazy fighting style that they call guerrilla wars. None of the story was left untold. We will remember this till the day we grow old. And when your boys are face down in the sand, what would you want to do if you had no chance? The president has already decided our fate. He's the reason for all this Vietnam hate. And if I don't make it back, we'll continue the fight.
And they'll keep on fighting through the rest of the night.
We can pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now. We can't pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now.
Yeah, somebody take me back to the days before there was a draft, before my leg, before it even mattered about the VC, back before there was the domino theory, and back when Vietnam was not relevant. Now people blame the fighting on the president. I'm guessing not if I forgot about all of these bombings, and maybe I'll go back to those days.
But now politics controls the sick game. Eisenhower, Nixon, even Johnson had their say. Even Kennedy before the tragic murder came. Now we look like invaders, French, Japanese, Chinese. Now can I get a wish to end the politics
and forget the conflict that started all of this. So here I stand, and then again I say, I'm hoping we can stop this war with the VC.
We can't pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now. We can't pretend that airstrikes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Can't they just send our boys home now? Boys home now, boys home now. We should really send our boys home now. We should really send our boys home now. Like shooting stars. We should really send our boys home now. Our boys home now.
XYZ News.
Hello America, I'm Tyrosh Winslow with XYZ News, and today I'm giving you your daily dosage of Vietnam. We have a very special treat today. 3 U.S. citizens who have their individual accounts on what's going on overseas in Vietnam. Let's hear what they have to say. Here we have Captain Aswaldia from the Alpha Battalion. He has recently returned overseas from combat in the Nha Trang Valley, Vietnam. So, I'm sure that the draft has greatly affected your life. How do you feel about this method of coming about soldiers for the United States?
Well, the first day, the day I was taken by the draft, it was one of the worst days of my life. I knew that going into Vietnam was going to be really hard. I knew that I might die. I didn't want to leave my family. I didn't want to leave my friends. And I was just scared. I don't like the draft because I was chosen by it. And I am sure that a lot of people don't like the draft as well.
And I am sure that many of our younger population of the United States feel the same way you do. Being overseas, I'm sure you've been informed of the Gulf of Tonkin incident. For those viewers at home who are not aware of what this was a recent attack on U.S. Navy vessel, the Maddox. It was said to be unprovoked, as they were on the high seas. And there have been reports of a second attack, but none have been confirmed. So I'm sure this has hit you right at home. How do you feel?
Well, I was actually supposed to be on the U.S. Maddox, but I was injured in combat and I got moved back to a base so that I could be healed. From my knowledge, I was told by some people on the boat that they were actually in North Vietnamese waters and they were committing an act of war, therefore they got attacked. I also heard about the second attack, but there's also no proof that it happened. So I think the government's lying to the people.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. It's been nice. Now on to our second guest. For our next guest, we have local youth, Missy Elliott. So Missy, being a local youth, I'm sure you've heard, maybe even been a part of the recent rioting.
A part, yes.
How do you feel about this?
We need to show those politicians that we are not fighting their war. We are not risking our lives fighting their war. We don't even understand communism. Why, if people on the Eastern Hemisphere, if they're participating in communism, why do we have to stop that? That's their lives. This is our lives.
So you feel very strongly about
I
this?
do.
Thank you. All right, Missy. I see that you feel very strongly about this communism. So, what are these riots like? What are you fighting for? What do you do?
Well, usually we take our signs that say, make love, not war. And we, march and we voice our opinion. And what was that? Oh yeah, a couple of us we actually started burning draft cards.
I see. Very rebellious against the government. Should we not like that?
No, it's actually tampering with the federal documents, so yes, it is against the law.
So, you feel very strongly about this, I can see. So Missy, I heard you talking strongly about the draft cards. How do you feel about the draft itself?
Well, obviously it's not fair. One, it's not our war, and two, they can't just pull us out of our lives and force us to fight somewhere where we may potentially cut our lives short. And it's just putting us in a terrible situation all over the world.
And once again, I feel that many youths all around the
Yeah,
United States
no one
feel
wants
the
to be
same.
drafted. It's, you're going to go as the war progresses, it just keeps getting gorier and more bloody. And we don't want to go into that. We have lives to live.
So, about the Gulf of Tonkin, what are your feelings? And please, let us know everything.
Tyrell, is it?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Well, the attack one, U-boats attack a ship on the high seas. U-boats in international water, that doesn't make sense at all. We clearly were in their territory. And number two, did that ever happen? I don't think so. Nothing's been confirmed.
As you may know, this is very controversial, and we are hearing Missy's feelings on this.
Thank you, Tiger.
And for our third and final guest today, we have Benedict Eggcarton, and
That's my bodyguard. Formerly known as Trap Lord. Confirmed.
okay, so Benedict is the former mayor of Rhode Island. Okay, so Benedict, being a very esteemed politician, I'm sure you know about the rioting situation going on in the U.S. How do you feel?
It's terrible. I mean, we need to stop communism, and rioting isn't gonna help the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the draft? Do you like it? Is that, something that affects your life in any way? Please, let us know.
I mean, it's in the best national interest of our nation to send our boys over there, alright? We cannot have another country follow communism, and sending our men over there is the only way it's going to stop it.
Okay. For my third and final question of the night. Being an esteemed politician, I'm sure you've heard of the Gulf of Tonkin incident. How do you feel? Tell the world.
Well, I mean, they committed an act of war. We were in the open seas, and they launched a completely unprovoked attack on us twice. And our personnel clearly suffered, and we can't let that just slide, so military intervention is obviously necessary.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you for your time. I've been Tyrell Flinslow with XYZ News.
Nah. Get him. Yeet! Let's hide that. Let's cut this off.
So, don't film yet. Stop filming! Stop filming! God! Yeah, and Jack, just go XYZ News.
Sorry,
Hoorah!
Captain.
Stop videoing.
Well. Which Jack? Okay.
You tell him, Mom. Can you not, please?
That's my bodyguard. From the So wait, can you say if I'm not mistaken of Hawaii? I said check your facts. No, check your facts.
I'll just put your butt on this. Do it. Put your butt on this. Nathaniel, you're an idiot. Get in. All right, Cinnamon. Are you ready?
Yeah. Trap Lord. Confirmed.
Okay.
Can I call him Cinnamon Bun? Like,
Theory. It doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't.
my friends call me espionage.
Yeah, boy.
No, you messed it up, Nathaniel.
No, it didn't.
Benedict gave her an and. So, Mom, don't make noise, okay? Previous mayor of Rhode Island, and you are currently running for.
Oh yeah, Cinnamon. Just had to wonder.
Why?
Check your facts. No.
Carton. Now, Benedict was the former mayor of Rhode Island.
You represent Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And
My friends call me espionage.
so, Benedict.
Trap Lord. Confirmed.
I can just hold it.
Shut up!